Welcome to another episode here of Talk Tottenham with your host today, Tom. Guys, I've got to say it to start this video. There are points in a season where you reach a crossroads with regards to kicking on with your season, or it all go into pot and you're letting things slide. And I really felt this weekend was one of those moments for Tottenham Hotspur. We were either going to sink or swim. And if I'm being totally honest, guys, I was a little bit worried going into this game, just with Villa's home form, the momentum that they seem to have. I was just a little unsure about how Spurs would react. Had obviously a look at the match lineup about an hour or half an hour before the game, and I was really pleased, really pleased, to see that same starting 11 that started that season off so well for Spurs, with Brennan Johnson on the left, Maddison in the middle, Kulusevski on the right, with Sonny up top, and Basuma and Sarr in the double pivot. And it just brought back, guys, it brought back all those memories from those first 10 games of the season when Spurs were just rampant. We were putting teams to the swords, playing that Ange ball that we haven't seen for so long. Today we finally saw a return of Ange ball, and I'm so pleased. I hope I'm sure you can detect it, guys, in my voice. That was a priceless 3 points for Tottenham in a match that we dominated, to be honest, from start to finish. Other than a few minutes in the first half, where Villa, we kind of let them get back into the game. I can't really remember Aston Villa really having a shot that Vicario even had a problem to deal with. We were just absolutely to a man today. We were brilliant. And that is Tottenham's best team, without a shadow of a doubt. Those 11 men were absolutely heroes today. And I'm so delighted because, it's felt, guys, like a long time ago since that Chelsea game. And I know we lost that night 4-1, but that was the last game in that sort of trilogy, if you like, of those games where we were playing so well. I think the game before it might have been the Fulham. No, of course it was Palace, right? So Palace, we went there, we won 2-1, we were still playing that amazing football. It's just felt so long. It's felt so long, guys, but today, finally, I know we're into March, but we finally saw a return to this amazing football that Spurs play, this intricate passing in the middle of the field. The triangles, the ability to not lose composure when you're in tight spaces, to play it around the backs of players. It was some of the passing and some of the moves today were just an absolute joy to behold. And I know Villa went down to 10 men. Incidentally, I thought absolutely disgusting challenge, I've got to say, by John McGinn. Him and Matty Cash, honestly, can't wait to see the back of them this season, to be honest. They've absolutely disgusting challenges that they've put on our players this season. And what I liked about it, if I'm being honest, I loved the reaction from the Spurs players. That was them saying, you've done too many of these challenges to us Spurs players now. Brennan Johnson getting in there, Maddison, obviously Romero wasn't far away as well. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see players going over the line and getting into fights on the pitch. I'm not suggesting that. But if you see your player taken out for absolutely no reason at all, and that was, I'll say it again, that was a really disgusting challenge by John McGinn. Absolutely no intention to play the ball, and he's absolutely gone in and wiped out Udogie. And I'll be honest, when it happened in real time, it didn't look that bad. But there was one camera angle that Sky showed where it was just a terrible challenge. And John McGinn, I like him as a player, but he's clearly got that in him. He's an ugly player when he wants to be. So's Matty Cash. So to give it back to Villa today and trounce them 4-0 in their own backyard. Guys, I couldn't be more happier. I couldn't be happier. And it's 3 points that puts us 2 points now behind Villa with that game in hand. And, I think just the manner the manner in which we did it. The first half was pretty even. It's fair to say there wasn't hardly any chances in the game, but as so often happens in these games this season, I don't know what Ange says to the players at half time, but so often his team talks work and the players come out absolutely rejuvenated. This particularly happens when we're not playing so well. Actually, this time I thought we still largely dominated that first half without really threatening Villa. This time we came out the traps in the second half, and we did what we've done so many times this season. We scored a quick fire double in the first 10 minutes of the second half. The first goal was, I've got to say today, and I've said it many times this season, but Pat Matasar, absolutely phenomenal performance by Sarr. That's the best I've seen Sarr play since, well, probably the Palace game, to be honest. Of course, he's put in other good shifts as well. I thought he did really well against Bournemouth, but that was the return I wanted to see, guys. This is what I've been talking about. Sarr, Basuma as well today. Really good game from Basuma, getting on the ball, making things, keeping the ball ticking along. Haven't seen this for so long. And that ball from Sarr into the box for our first goal. Maddison on the end of it. Lovely finish, by the way, by Madders. That put us 1-0 up, and from then on, there was only going to be one winner, wasn't there? There was only going to be one winner. Shortly after that, a few minutes later, we were aggressive in closing down Villa, which we were like, we were like that all game. This is what I want to see. I've been saying in other videos as well. Why did we stop this pressing that we saw in that first 10 games of the season when we were pressing like animals? This is how you, to be honest, this, in my eyes, that's how you actually should play against any team in the Premier League. High press, try and win the ball back in their last third, and then break and pounce on them. And that's exactly what we did with the second goal. Won the ball back. I'm not sure who won it back. It might have been Kulusevski. Set Son away. Son lays it off to Johnson, and it's a brilliant finish by Brennan Johnson, who, again, I really like him out on that left-hand side, guys. I've got to say that. And, look, Johnson's a man in form. For someone who had a lot of critics at the start of the season, Johnson is playing some great football at the moment. I'm really pleased with Brennan Johnson. But everyone, to a man, was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, the one, if I have to talk about it, the one negative from this game is unfortunately Mickey van der Ven going down with an injury in the start of the second half, which I really hope is not too bad. I hope it's not a reoccurrence of that hamstring injury, because Van der Ven again in that first half was just, I'm running out, guys, of superlatives for Van der Ven, and he's just an absolute monster. And guys, name me one better signing from the Premier League this year in the summer. Possibly Maddison, but Van der Ven is, for me, he's been the best, and he's just an amazing defender. Obviously, Radu Dragusin came in. I thought Dragusin did really well, actually, but everyone did well today, guys. Everyone did well. We dominated the match from start to finish. We were aggressive. Ange Bald is back. This can we really need to use this game, guys, now as a catapult to finish the last 11 games of the season really well. There's still 33 points to play for. We're on 53 points out after 27 games. 6 defeats in 27 games is a really good statistic, I think. It shows that we're hard to beat now, that we don't give up, and I'm really positive after seeing that today. And now we go away against Fulham next Saturday, and then I think we follow that with a home game against Luton. I don't see why we shouldn't be going for 6 points in those games. Luton, we really ought to be putting them to the sword. No problems asked. Fulham will be harder, of course, we know that, but I definitely feel that we've got nothing to worry about after today's results. So, guys, I'm just absolutely buzzing after that. I'm so pleased that Ange Ball is back. It's been too long. It's been too long. And let me know, guys, in the comments, who was your standout player of the pitch. I think Sonny got player of the match on Sky. I'd probably give it Sonny as well. But if it wasn't him, I don't know. I thought Kulusevski was brilliant today as well. So was Johnson. Maddison was fantastic. Sarr and Basuma, Romero, Porro, you know, just absolutely brilliant, guys. So, yeah, for me, this was one of the best wins that we've had this season. And, yeah, it's really, really going to help us kick on, I think. And we're going to finish the season now on a real high. So, guys, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Every week I put out at least a couple of bits of content regarding Tottenham Hotspur, pre-match videos, player ratings, talk about injury news. So do subscribe if you haven't. It really helps out the channel. Give the video a like if you like this content. And as always, come on you Spurs.